And we are back. Thank you. This is Justin Reinert here from iTapThat Gaming. I just want to do a short video like I said, some people just getting into Magic or haven't played Magic in a while, and just the abilities and everything like that. So I'm just gonna kind of brush up and touch up on these. I'm gonna use this card to detail everything, and I'm gonna just do like a little display. I just grabbed some random cards and some things I have like set up here to kind of do a couple of plays kind of deal, so we can get everything down here a little bit. All right, so we got Menace. Okay, this is this red counter here. Okay, so you would put, say, this creature here, right here. We'll say this creature here. Put a Menace counter on it. Okay, so Menace takes 2 creatures to block this creature right here, 2 or more. So once you put this counter on here and say this thing's like a 5/5, attack with it, well, the opponent has to use 2 creatures to block this 1 creature. Okay, so that pretty much that, and this they could kill it, and I could kill theirs. It all depends what their attack and their defense is. So that's what the Menace does: 2 or more creatures to block 1 of your creatures. Okay, so then we have First Strike. First Strike is pretty much what it tells you right there. First Strike. Creature with First Strike. One second here. First Strike strikes first. So if this is your creature and you have it on the board, it attacks first before any of your other creatures you have on the board. So that's what your First Strike is. Creature with First Strike deals combat damage before creatures without First Strike. The ability usually represents a creature's ability. So that's what this does here. So I'm just trying to detail, and you could also like look these up on Google and stuff like that, and it'll tell you. So, but I'm just kind of just going through over these. So that'd be First Strike. This would attack first before any of your other creatures. Hexproof. All right, I do like some hexproof. Hexproof is not bad once in a while. Let's say this creature here, its ability says this has hexproof and all that stuff. Well, hexproof from your opponent. They cannot target this card with any spells or abilities. So if they have a sorcery, it says destroy target creature. Well, you have hexproof. They cannot touch it. They cannot do anything to it. If you have an instant that says destroy creature like 4 or greater, say if that's 4 or greater, cannot do that to that card. It has hexproof. It is protected. Now, there are ways to get rid of hexproof. I like this card. Okay. Shadow Spear is pretty cool. Equipped creature gets a 1/1 and has trample and lifelink. Okay, so trample and lifelink. We'll hit those ones up here in a minute too. For 1, permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. So for 1 mana, bam, pop that. This has to be equipped to a creature and all that stuff too. You could equip it for 2, bring it out for 1, and then you could use this one right here. Well, guess what? I just tapped this here for 1 mana. Permanents your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Okay, so guess what? You no longer have hexproof, and here I come swinging in, or I have a card that gets rid of destroy a target creature 2 or more. So I could just destroy that thing, and that thing's no longer hexproof. So bye-bye. So I'm just trying to show you there's always a way to keys to get rid of cards also. So there's hexproof. Let's see. Oh, wrong one here. Lifelink. All right. I like lifelink. Okay, mono white's pretty cool. So here's some lifelink. So let's say, okay, here's how I have this set up here. Let's get rid of these. Okay, so I have this creature out on the board. Okay, which Twin Blade Paladin. He is actually a pretty cool card. I think he's in a Planeswalker set with the Ajani for M20. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Twin Blade Paladin. Cool. As long as you have 25 life or more, Twin Blade Paladin has double strike. This thing strikes twice before any other card on your board. Alright, so here's a cool way to do that here. Alright, let's say I have these 2 cards out on the board, which this is a cool card and it will be coming out of rotation. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you get to gain a life. Okay, so he's out. Okay, So we're gonna cast him for 2. Okay, a Johnny's Pridemate. It's pretty cool. He's a 2/2, and whenever you gain a life, put a 1/1 counter on him. You can beat these things up. Some people don't like these Johnnies. Cool. So enters the battlefield. All right. So you get to gain a life. So whenever you gain a life, you put a 1/1 counter on Twinblade. Okay. So there's a 1/1 counter. You get to gain a life. Okay. Say if we have 25 or more and we go to attack around, he's already been out because, you know, this has summoning sickness. You can't use this Johnny right off the bat. It has a summoning sickness for 1 turn. So when it comes back to your turn after your opponent's done, you are able to use him. So also, since, you know, this creature entered the battlefield, you put another 1/1 counter on a Johnny. So there we go. So now he's a 3/3, and this is a 4/4. Okay, and I have double strike. So attack once, ping him for 4, and then whenever I go for my attack round, my other rounds with these other creatures, attack again for 4. So pretty much he just hit there for 8. So pretty cool. So that's how pretty much your 1/1 counters and your life links work. If you attack with him, you also, since well, let's say he has a lifelink counter. I lost it. Oh, there it is. Let's say that creature has lifelink. I attack with him. You get to gain 3 life. Okay, well, that's cool. You get to gain 3 life. You also get to put a 1/1 counter back onto him. So not only you gain 3 life, well, since you just gained 3 life, you attack with him, you put a 1/1 counter on him also. So attacking or blocking with creatures, if they have lifelink, this attack right here, you gain that much life. But you only gain 1 life per like attack here. So even though he's a 3/3, you don't put 3/3/1 counters on it, okay? You only put 1 life on him like per round, like when he attacks, all that. So you attack for 3, you put a 1/1 counter on him. So got that there. Now let's see. So there's lifelink. Lifelink is cool. Let's see. These things flip around, I believe. Okay, Death Touch. All right, Death Touch is kind of cool. A lot of Death Touches in green, black. They have varieties, kind of stuff. Death Touch is a static ability that causes damage dealt by an object to be especially affected against creatures' Death Touch. So pretty much, Death Touch here, anything that touches Death Touch can destroy that card. If I attack him with this thing, with my double strike, like, okay, and he blocks with a 5/5 creature, well, yes, I have Death Touch. It can kill my creature, and it will kill my creature, but also it kills his creature because any amount of damage dealt by this creature is enough to kill it. So there's your Death Touch. So Death Touch is kind of cool and all that kind of stuff there, so that definitely does work. Okay, so let's get these kind of like off the board here for right now. So we got Lifelink, we got Death Touch, Trample. Okay, I just did a video on Trample with my Stompy Green. Okay, Trample does access damage. The best way I get to explain that, let's see, if this creature is a 5/5 and they block with a creature that's a let's see, 3/3. Well, you kill that creature they blocked with because you have Trample, and it also tramples through to that player. So you kill their creature, and the extra damage done from this Trample will do 2 damage to that opponent. So it tramples through, so you can kill that creature and put a little bit of hit power on the opponent. The opponent and you start off with 20 life. Here's a life counter. It starts at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, you know, and so forth. So how much ever you get pinged for, stuff like that, like you get pinged for 3, yes, you would take it down to 3. So, or take 3 off of the 20. So you would do all that. So there's that. Let's see. So we got Trample, we got Menace, we got Trample, Menace, Hexproof, Flying. Okay. I didn't bring a card down that has it, but here's a creature with Flying. Say that I give this creature Flying. Cool. I'm flying up in the air. Flying's kind of cool. So now he's a like 5/5 flying creature up in the air. If they have nothing with flying and he has double strike, there goes some damage to that player right there. Okay, so while we're on flying, let's say this card here, it's my opponent's, and it's a 5/5. And this is a 3/3. Okay, this is just a 3/3, and this is a 5/5 creature with reach. Okay, well, reach, you reach out and you can block creatures up in the sky with flying or creatures down on the ground. So you have a choice there. So let's say this is a 3/3, his is a 5/5. I attack with my 3/3, he has reach, I have flying. He could block this card, he's a 5/5. He would block this card would die. So there's that. But it'd be cool if you could do a flying trample or reach trample, something like that. But there you go. So that's how pretty much your reach and all that stuff works there. It can block flyers, and it can block also things down on the ground. Let's see, a couple other things here. I think I flip it over and gives vigilance. Yes, vigilance. Vigilance is pretty cool. Okay, so this is a 1-drop. Okay, and you enchant creature. Okay, so when you enchant this creature here, I'm just enchanting this is Johnny. He's a 2/2. Put this card on it. Well, you're gonna put it under it, but I'm just detailing this card. So creature gets a 1/1 and has vigilance. Cool. I'm now a 3/3 with vigilance. Vigilance does not tap your cards to attack. Okay, so vigilance, when you go attack your opponent, say he's a 5/5 and he has somebody on the ground that's a 2/2, and you attack, you just go like that. That's vigilance. You don't tap him or anything. He stays untapped. So vigilance pretty much makes it so your creatures don't attack. If I didn't have vigilance and I attacked, you tap your creature and he stays tapped until your next round to untap him. So there's vigilance. Okay, so we got vigilance, we got lifelink, we got trample. I think we hit hexproof. We hit them all here. Now here's just a different couple different cards here and all that kind of stuff. I like this card in white. It's exile target artifact or enchantment. It's a 2-drop. It's a sorcery. You can only use sorceries on your turn. Okay, so when it's your turn, you could use this card. You exile target artifact or enchantment. Well, okay, opponent has this. Okay, I'm gonna exile this enchantment here. Okay, well, it doesn't go to your graveyard because destroy goes to your graveyard. Exile gets rid of. So exile you would put like underneath of your deck right here, or like I put mine up top of it like that whenever I play in paper. That's your exile pile. Okay, graveyard I usually put like underneath of my deck. Let me scoot this back here, underneath of my deck, so you know your graveyard's there, and then this is your exile up here. So there's that. All right, so this is another cool card here. It's enchantment. Their target player here. Okay, enchantment. It's a 2-drop. You could use enchantment on your turn. Okay, you can't use it during their turn or anything like that. The only thing you could really use during their turn would be an instant card, which you could use instant on their turn or your turn. That stuff there. So enchant creature without flying. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna enchant this opponent's creature right here. It's a 3/2 and all that stuff. So here, we enchanted his creature. So pretty much you would just put this card right up top of that. So but he knows. So we're gonna just keep that on top for now. Enchant creature cannot attack or block, and its abilities can't be activated. Well, cool. Let's say I have this card and he has a big 8/8 creature. I'm like, okay, well now you don't. So I just blocked it. It can't attack unless they have something to get rid of that card, like exile target enchantment or destroy target enchantment. I like exile better because you cannot bring it back. So we're just hitting up that kind of stuff. Okay, so we'll go there. And then let's go ahead and hit up this card here. It's a sorcery. I do like this card. It's a pretty cool card. It's a board wipe. Definitely board wipe. Let's see. This is my opponent. Opponent you know, has this card out, and he has a different colored multi-permanents. Let's say he has a red and a black card out, and a red and a white card out. Well, that's multicolored. Okay, this is monocolored. This is a single color. So multicolored here, well, he has like, let's see, a couple creatures that are red and white, a couple creatures that are red and black. Well, guess what? I play this card. Exile all multicolored permanents. You could only use the sorcery during your turn. Okay, and then after you use this card during your turn, it goes in your graveyard, right underneath your deck. Now, since I exile all multicolored permanents, wipes his whole entire board out, gets everything out of the way. Those are in exile. His cards are in exile now, so that would be his exile pile. Now, if he has like no monocolors or anything like that, and you just wiped out his board, guess what? It's hammer time. Okay, bam! I got double strikes. I got this thing up to an 8/8. Well, he has vigilance, so bam, ping, hitting your life right there. I'm doing some damage and I'm hitting you pretty hard. Okay, so we got that touched up, and you guys have any questions or anything like that, please by all means message me on my Facebook or comment me, anything. I'll help you out the best I can here. Planeswalker, okay? This Planeswalker's pretty cool, okay? Johnny Strength of the Pride. He's a 4-drop, 2 white, 2 colorless. I believe he's the Planeswalker set that comes with the Twin Blade Paladin. Okay, so you start off with pretty much this is his life right here, okay? This is his counters, okay? This is his loyalty counter. You start off with 5. So what you would do is, I wish I had a dice, but we're just going to do it the Justin way real quick. I should have brought those from upstairs. But you would plus him 1, okay? When you plus him 1, you gain a life equal to the number of creatures you control plus the numbers of Planewalkers you control. Cool. So let's see, we got this, we got this, we got this. Okay, these are all life linkers, okay? Cool. So 1, 2, 3, and you count him. He's a Planeswalker. You gain 4 life. Alright, cool. So now he goes up a 1/1. So that would make him a, I don't know where my 1/1s went. Oh, they're hiding here. Cool. So that's gain life. 1/1 counter on him. 1/1 counter on him. You just gain 4 life, and you just put 1/1 counters on him. He's pretty cool. Now, you can -2 him, okay, with the 5. Okay, so if you plus him up 1, you would put a 1 counter on it, and, well, I usually make it, since I plussed him 1, he is now a 6. Okay, so now he has a 6 loyalty counter right here, so. Alright, so, but you can negative him 2. So you negative him 2, his loyalty would be down to 3. Okay, you can create a 2/2 white soldier token or cat soldier token named Johnny's Pride Maid. Whenever you gain a life, put a 1/1 counter on it. That's cool. Okay, if you have enough protection on the board and you could do that, do that. So we're gonna use this as the Ajani token. Okay, you could grab, actually here, we'll do it this way. You could grab a card and say this is your, I have the Ajani tokens upstairs, but this is your 2/2 Ajani cat tokens that your Planeswalker just made. So here we go. Where's that dice? Okay, so he's a 2/2. Okay, so you know he's a 2/2. Well, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you get to gain a life. Well, check that out. He is now a 3/3 token cat creature token. Okay, Johnny's Pride Maid, because whenever you gain a life, 1/1 counter it. It is the same thing as this card right here, but it's just a token. There's a token of this card. It's the same exact thing. It's just this Johnny's Pride Maid right here just pumps out tokens. Okay, so there's that. So you gain life, you can beef up your tokens, and tokens are good to beef up because you can block with your token, and tokens just kind of just go away. They don't really go in your graveyard or anything like that. I don't stick them in my graveyard. It just destroys the token. It's good for a blocker. It is. And then the Johnny's Pride Maid. Okay, so his loyal count, we're going to say he's back up to 5. We'll say 6 because I upped him 1, you know, all that kind of stuff. And just remember, these creatures, even though this is a token, it has Summoning Sickness. So you can't do anything with it off the start. You have to wait till your next turn after your opponent is done to attack with this card. So there is Summoning Sickness. Okay, so for this Johnny here, okay, even though he's a 6, it does not matter. He could be a 6. You could zero him out. Okay, if you have at least 15 life or more, then your starting life total, exile Johnny straight to the Pride and each artifact and creature your opponents control. Nice. It's a board wipe. Pretty much just like the same thing as that Ravnica of War, exiles all multicolored permanents. But this gets, you sacrifice this card. It doesn't matter if it has a 6 on it, a 5 on it, a 3 on it, it's gone. It goes in your graveyard. But you get to wipe out all your opponent's creatures and all their artifacts, and you can swing in and hit hard. So at least 15 life more than what you started, which would be 35, which is easy to get to, definitely with the lifelinks and the 1/1 counters. So I'm just going over a Planeswalker, and that's how Planeswalkers work. I think that's all I have for this video. I don't know if I've missed anything. I'll double check real quick here. We hit First Strike, Menace, Lifelink, Hexproof, Reach, Flying, Trample, Death Touch, Vigilance, and 1/1 counters. Okay, I had somebody I've been talking to. He's like, hey, you know, I haven't played Magic for a while, and you know, I told him a deck idea I'm coming up with, and he's like, you know, I don't remember all of them, but he's like, you should make a video. So here I am making a video. I like advice. If you guys have any advice or any ideas or anything I could do better, give me a shout up on Facebook. You know, that'd be cool. I'll help you out the best I can. So, but that's all I have for now. I'm gonna do another video after this. I'm gonna run that green deck one more time. I'm not gonna really hit up the cards. I'm just gonna play it out, just to try and make a shorter video because my last ones were really, really long. But I thank you for tuning in. Like I said, hit up my Facebook, hit me some comments, hit me a message, any questions, anything you think I could do better, improve, any advice that you need. I will help you the best that I can. And I am sending out cards to people that are just getting back into it, just to help out so they could deck build. I told them to go with solid colors to start out. And then I'm gonna, after this green one sometime today, I'm gonna do a splash color. I'm gonna build a green-white. I have a really awesome idea. I'm just gonna have to play around and tweak with it, but for right now I just want to stick with solid colors and help out my viewers and my friends on there, whatever I could do for you. But thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit my Facebook, message me, feel free, I'm here. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have a good day.